So if you found yourself wondering what exactly is the next chapter of the story for Agatha Harkness, it seems like we don't have to wait a long time, because Marvel Studios' own Kevin Feige says it can't come soon enough, and it's going to happen someday soon. So start the speculation. Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige has been hyping up multiple projects this year, and of course he was asked about the future of characters from WandaVision because recently it made history for Marvel Studios and Marvel with all those Emmys. Specifically the fact that Agatha is something that's left over to hopefully be explored in the future in relation to what happens with her character, because she just sort of remains in that town. You think somebody's going to notice that, hey, maybe that's the woman that was doing the bad thing, the magic. Get her. Probably Thunderbolt. So Marvel Studios just asked Kevin Feige about Catherine Hahn returning, and he said, and I quote, someday soon, you will see Catherine Hahn in Knives Out 2 next, then maybe an assortment of other things. But within the MCU, it can't come soon enough. Let's put it that way. End quote. The obvious one is so obvious that it almost feels too obvious, and that's quite clearly Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I mean, that one just makes sense, and it makes so much sense that it's almost like that Kang territory, where you're like, oh, it was so obvious it was Kang the entire time in Loki, we thought they were going for a swerve and it can't possibly be Kang. And then it was. So I think we're in that territory. But it also could be maybe Marvel's What If? It also could be something else that's happening in the next couple of years, because again, when they say soon, that's relative to Marvel Studios. They would say soon, we'll find out what the next Avengers film is. Okay, well, we still haven't found it out, so, and they said soon after the last one, so what is soon really? That's kind of the big question here and the big point of discussion, because we can guarantee her character is going to return, because you're not just going to leave that plot point left over somewhere. And I mean, since scoopers are running out of scoops, let's just do one for them. Catherine Hahn will appear as Agatha in Shang-Chi. She'll be in the tournament, along with every other character ever that Marvel Studios hasn't used in a couple of years or from Marvel TV. They're just all in the tournament. It's a glorified Easter egg hunt fest. Or maybe she'll appear in Loki Season 2. That could honestly work. You could work that in there. It'd be interesting. Or maybe, and I think this is the most likely one, Secret Invasion. I mean, that one makes sense to me. Skrulls literally know where she is. Maybe they could try to recruit her, and she's like, no, I don't want that. Thanks for restoring my memory, though. I'm gonna go do some bad things. Whatever bad witches do. Dunk apples in cauldrons? I don't know. You guys take a stab at it. Where's she appearing next? Besides Doctor Strange 2.